Hello, this is Kim Kent and from Bridge Elementary and Bridge Extension, and I am here with Will Orndorff from Alice Ferguson Foundation. And I hear that you're home to the Hard Bargain Farm, so I'm interested to hear about that as well.
Definitely.
So,
Yeah.
Will, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule today to meet with us and tell us all about Alice Ferguson Foundation. I am so excited to hear about you. You look amazing. I've got to tell you, I've seen your website, but please share with our audience all that you do.
Yeah. So we are the Alice Ferguson Foundation's Hard Bargain Farm is our main campus based in Accokeek, Maryland, which is in southern Prince George's County. We have approximately 330 acres that we do most of our education on. We have a complete farm site, which is a teaching farm with two goats who are named Dot and Dash. They're very friendly. We have two dairy cows, Annie and Opal, and we have two sheep, Bo and Peep. And while at the property, many of our students come along and learn all about those animals, and they also learn about the way that the animals affect the environment. They have the opportunity to go up and meet the chickens as well and collect some eggs. They also have the opportunity to go into our root cellar and our tool museum where they can learn all about different tools. But the greatest part about the Alice Ferguson Foundation is that we are directly along the Potomac River. At the top of our property, you can go out and you can actually see Washington, D.C. from our property. So we can point out the Capitol and the Washington Monument on a beautiful day. Now that the storm's actually just passed, today would be a perfect day for it. And then also we can see Mount Vernon. So we talk a little bit about George Washington and his history along the Potomac River as well. Yeah, so that's kind of what we do at our property. We also have our Bridging the Watershed program, which does programs out in national parks. And then we also have our Trash Free Potomac initiative, which hopes to encourage everybody to think about the way that to reduce waste.
That is wonderful. So can you clarify for me where you are? Because I heard that you were along the Potomac, and I'm trying to envision where you're actually located. That sounds just amazing.
Yeah, so if you can imagine, Washington, D.C. is that
Hmm.
diamond shape. The Potomac River actually is what cuts out the diamond in
Hmm.
Washington, D.C., and it continues to flow south. And as it flows south, it actually, that's where our property is, right where it ends, right where it flows south, just past Fort Washington. If
Oh,
you've ever been
okay.
into the Fort Washington Marina, we're just past there. And then the Potomac River continues to flow past our property down into the Chesapeake Bay.
That is wonderful. So I love the idea of, because what I'm hearing also is outdoor education
Yes.
and everything dealing with farm and conservation. I have to tell you, when I heard that you had a cow and goat, I'm thinking cheese. So tell me, what else, can you tell me a little bit about the Hard Bargain Farm and how that works into the programs that you have there?
Yeah, definitely. So all of our animals are education animals.
Hmm.
We do not sell any of the farm products
Okay.
that we produce. Except for the eggs. We do produce and sell eggs at our property. But for instance, our cows, they are both dairy Jersey cows, and they do produce milk every single day. Even though we are kind of at home right now, even though
Hmm.
I am not considered an essential employee,
Hmm.
our farm workers, our facilities team is doing a great job making sure that our animals are well fed and that they're being taken care of. And both Annie and Opal get milked on a daily basis. They
Hmm.
actually get milked twice a day. And when we have students at the farm in the morning, they actually have the opportunity to sit down and help to milk the cows with our farmer Eileen. So they learn all about the cow milking process, and they even get the opportunity to milk the cow themselves. The first time I ever got to milk the cow was at Hard Bargain Farm. Annie was the first cow I ever had the opportunity to milk, and I greatly enjoyed having that opportunity. And she really, she's great around the students. The
Hmm.
students absolutely love her. And our farmer Eileen is also wonderful. And you can actually check out the cow milking program that we do on our Facebook page and
Hmm.
on the Alice Ferguson Foundation YouTube page.
Yes, and actually, and we'll have those links below, so anyone who's looking for you will be able to click on that and get that information. So we are so excited. Another quick question for you regarding, we now are in this age of social distancing and having to do that. How have you been able to translate that into what you do?
Yeah, so it's definitely been challenging.
Sure.
We aren't able to have school programs at the farm right now
Mhm.
due to the COVID-19 and the social distancing.
Sure.
So what our main goal has been is to try to take some of our program and putting it online. So for
Wonderful.
instance, the cow milking class was never available online. It's now available. Zeke, who is the puppet that takes you through how to milk a cow, is hilarious and wonderful. We also took one of our more familiar classes, one of our classes that definitely we get a lot of input for, and we put that online as well. So encouraging families to get outside near a local creek or a local pond in order to look at the health of that pond using
Hmm.
what we call macroinvertebrates. So small creatures that live in the water, and you can easily do it with many of the materials that you have at home. And so we figured the best way to do that was record a video and encourage individuals to get outside and really find the health of their own streams. But yeah, this has been an interesting time to kind of go from being very hands-on to being hands-on in a virtual sense.
That sounds great. I love how you were able to take some of those programs and make them, available online for kids. I'm just, that's wonderful. So awesome. Okay. So, really quickly, what's your age range that you usually target? Is there a specific one? Or are you just for everyone? Tell us about that.
So yeah, so our overnight program is typically for kids going into or kids in fifth grade,
Okay.
and so our we have Prince George's County students and DC students. Their fifth graders usually come down to the farm for an overnight experience. However, we are open to all ages. So we have had pre-K down there, we've had teachers and adults down there, we've had volunteers, we've had high schoolers. Honestly, we are really for anybody. A lot of the adults that we come that see our program, they're almost amazed that this place exists.
Mm,
Because honestly, it, it's really out of the way. Accokeek, Maryland is not something that rolls off a lot of people's tongues very easily. But when people do come down and people do experience the site, they really enjoy it. But yeah, we wide age range going from kindergarten all the way up to adult.
wonderful. Okay. Well, in these last few moments as we wrap up, any last minute things that you'd like to say, more about what you do and maybe even the vision that you have overall for Alice Ferguson Foundation? Again, I love so much that we as homeschoolers can now participate in that and fold that into what we're doing on so many levels. So, but anyway, your last minute comments before we wrap up.
Yeah, we love having the homeschool families come out onto the farm. We wish that we could do it more often. We offer three programs throughout the year. So we have a fall, a winter, and a spring program just for homeschool parents, just to come out and kind of see what the property is like and to learn some great activities. This past winter, we had our winter survival, which
Wow.
blew up. A lot of people decided to come out and enjoy it, and they had a great time. They got to shoot bow and arrows. They got to do fire starting. They got to learn about skins. It was a really great experience for them. And unfortunately, we had to cancel our spring homeschool
Mm,
day, but we are going to do in the spring this fall.
awesome.
Hopefully, if social distancing gets a little bit closer, if we can be a little bit closer to one another, we
Yeah.
definitely hope for that. Uh, we also have our summer camp programming that is coming up in June as well to get even more kids out to the farm and really experience this wonderful space. And really, that is what AFF's goal is. We just want to connect as many people. That means kindergarten all the way up to adults to the natural world. And even during this time where it's more of a social distancing type connection to that natural world, that's our main goal, and that's what we're pushing for.
Awesome. All right. Well, again, thank you so much for your time. I love what you're doing with nature. I love the programs sound phenomenal. So again, thank you. Thank you for sharing all that you do there at Alice Ferguson Foundation. And again, just go ahead and click the links below and you'll be able to connect with them. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you being a part of the Virtual Homeschool Fair. Take
Thank you
care
for
now.
having me.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Bye-bye.